think. What do we think of this list right now? What do we think about how this works? Let's do not even control. Mahunik says, when I was a kid, my parents were going through a divorce. I talked a lot about my feelings to our cat. It was good. Apparently, a lot of kids use pets that way, since it's harder for them to work through those thoughts by themselves as a kid. The pet won't judge you when you talk to them. Yeah, I used to do that with my stuffed animal bunny. Made famous by the Day 9 Daily number 100.
I will fight with honor.
I don't think I need the mind control tech anymore. I think I can cut these for some other sort of goody goodness. Why not? Let's hold on to this.
None will survive.
I loved playing this deck until everyone was spamming paladins. My understanding of the meta is that now it's actually quite incredible. Actually, maybe the mind control techs are very good due to the prevalence of the even shamans that are summoning so many dudes. Where's the Manfred emote? That's a great question. I don't know why we don't have a Manfred emote.
The battle of justice.
We've used the board. You know, we might consider running some weapon removal instead of mind control tech. I don't really know what the meta is like right now. I don't really know what the meta is like.
Pain, speak to me. Reporting for duty.
You guys remember this deck? This was the first deck we built. The day the expansion dropped. After Johnny says, off frick, I missed the ending. Dude, we beat the DLC so fast. It was so sweet.
There's a price on your head. You're dead. Justice. The battle.
I think these Blackwalled Pixies are now good. I love the Ghostly Chargers so much. This is more of a wear you down kind of deckaroo. Well, that's awfully fantastic news. My deck looks real weird given. All things considered, my deck looks ridiculous. Hey! Blame it on the one says, I'm not sure why it took me all this time to sub. This is my first paid sub on Twitch ever. Yeah! Woo! Watching since the Day 9 Daily number 100. Well through the unit and Day J days. Thanks for the years of happiness and to many more. Thanks, blame it on the one. Thank you very much. It's always nice to hear that. I hope that I've been a positive influence. Or at least that I have shared enough positivity. There's just like a value that I put very strongly on if you're having pain, having bad things going on, you don't direct it outward. There's been times when I've been better or worse than that. A few months ago I was pretty grumpy, and the way I expressed that negatively was by being kind of a tilt-a-whirl on Dota. It's pretty pissed, dude.
Justice.
Chaz Koenig says, is this a new suitor? Do you have it to get it retailored due to power hot? I did have to get it retailored. Not a problem. Okay.
For justice.
I don't like how these feel.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. The battle.
That I had to get it brought in on the waist. Needed to be shrunk. The waist needed to be shrunk. The butt and the legs needed to be brought in a bit.
Let the pain speak to me.
I don't even know what he is. This is... Oh, I forgot how this thing worked. For some reason I was just like, it's Hagatha. Yeah, a lot of stuff had to be brought in. The waist had to be brought in, the hips had to be brought in on the pants, the waist on the suit, and then the butt. So my legs are leaner and meaner. And I got a booty now. I got a booty now. Boom! Day booty. Oh, is this... Oh. We might be about to die. Yeah, let's have some of that. I don't even know.
The battle.
Engaging TC
For justice.
dislocator.
Reporting for duty.
I just like level up Bloodlust. You know, he's probably going to hit me in the face and then just play Flurkle, whatever its name is. Scottle... No. Shudderwalk. There it is. Shudderwalk, Shudderwalk, Shudderwalk. Wing Buffet says, last BlizzCon I almost ran up to you yelling, hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, but I chickened out. Dude, you should totally do that next time. 1,000,000,000%.
The cat. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Don't even care. Probably gonna lose this. I really want to redo this deck a little bit. Why even run Baku? It's 7-8 for 9 is awful. I know, I should cut it. Leave most of the rest in, but probably cut that one.
I wonder.
Tangar Wondar. Oh, there's a little gone. There's a little gone.
You are not welcome here.
Oh my. Well, it's a good thing we run 2 mind control attacks, am I right? Alright, well.
Engaging TC
This one?
mental dislocator.
Good. Still make myself giggle quite a bit with that. It's good to be this good at this game.
Reporting for duty.
Can't explain that. I really can't. I really can't. Blackwalled Pixie sucks. It's not a good card. It sucks. He just deals 6 damage to my face. Yeah. Very little slow. Bum 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 ba-da-da. Oh my god, the unskippable season chest animation. Wonderful! Wonderful! Alright, what do I think doesn't need to be here? I think the Muck Hunter... I feel like I want to like that, but I don't. Sword of Justice I feel like is too tight. This one I gotta get out of here. Mana. Odd. Manapid. Mana. Odd. Paragon of Light. This might actually be a thing, you know. Like, if we're going deep... Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about! Oh my god, justice. Yeah, dude, I don't give a damn. Get in more dick. I might want to get another Paragon of Light in there. Might even want to... Uther of the Ebon Blade.
Uther versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
I will fight with honor.
Okay. So I want to make sure that we're able to keep a sufficient amount of pressure out. I think Guardian of Kings... Probably get that thing out. Probably get the thing out of there.
None will survive.
None will survive? Nonsense. Nonsense. Lies. Lies, liars. With pants on fires. So good, so sweet. So 13378.
Reporting for duty.
Death Knight Blackwald Pixie can actually surprise some people when you have 2 horsemen on the board. That might actually make a legitimate argument to jam those 2 puppies in there.
The battle.
Let me just set him up so that he can have the best swipe possible. Blue-footed pig says, what does it take to get more? Mostly walking. Haven't got my fix in so long. Well, guess what? Just go to YouTube right now. Because it's there.
Reporting for duty.
Spectacular.
We did one last night. Oh, shit. Bonk. So I haven't played Hearthstone in a week and a half, but my understanding of the meta is that right now the meta is all about Malagod druids doing Malaghostly things and blowing people up in Uno Turno. No! Don't touch it, you don't know where it's been.
Reporting for duty.
Jameson Irish Whiskey says, I'm surprised by how quick the first episode came out. Dude, I can't... I am in disbelief. Response to Dominario Draft Weekend on MTG Arena going to be doing anything? Sometimes he gets you.
Out of my jungle. Follow
Dun, 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 dun.
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
I think our deck sucks. We do a blue-white draft of Dominaria this weekend. I kind of really don't want to do that deck. I just wind up drafting it so often. I'm sick and tired of that. Rawr! Hey, Winter, happy 37 months, 3 years.
Your magic shall not save you.
Going full of Jeff asked if I finished Dark Souls. I did. All DLC. Cleared through it Probably. A swipe? That's fine. I think I'm going to Vine Cleaver to kill the 1-2 and then trade off on his 8-5. Jathon says, thanks for being awesome all these years. Dude, thanks, Jathon. Literally just sub and instantly type something nice. God, more people need to be like Jathon. I'm not talking sub-wise, I'm talking life-wise, man. More people just being like, hey, here's a nice thing I want you to think about. What? That is like proper the last thing I expected ever. I have good news and bad news. The good news is that we run 2 mind control techs. The bad news is that I think it's going to get the 3-5. That's nice.
Spectacular.
Indeed.
Reporting for duty. To battle. To battle. To battle. For justice.
I'm just going to do like this.
Reporting for
See, I can't actually tell if this deck has a strong win condition. Can't really tell. I mean, the theory behind it all is that we're going to grind our opponents down, but a lot of decks in this meta are very much so all about the spike of power. Like, I mean, for instance, Hadronox right there has a really big spike. I think that this meta is too spiky for something that's like this. It's like general small value over time. I think we're actually going to give up. I think his deck is just going to be strictly better than ours. I mean, I'm certain that a Tempo Mage is going to be good. Because, I mean, the Tempo Mage, just its spike is just blow people up, man. How do we get through... I think a Fatigue Warrior would probably actually be good. I want to try a Big Mage. Oh, this deck here, it is a swollen mage. So we want the Arcane Artificer. We want to skip a lot of our early thingies. Maybe we don't actually run Dragon's Fury. I think that this is too good. I think this is too good. Token deck seems good. Let's not do this. What ridiculous nonsense should we spend the next hour on, huh? I'm going to answer your question in a moment, Adzerker, because it's something that I'm very intrigued by. But I'd like to be in a game, so that way I can have some appropriate... Building a deck requires a lot more focus than playing a game of Hearthstone. No Minion Hunter? Nah. Maybe? Maybe. Let's take a look at Hunters. Let's take a look at Hunters. Yeah, why not, dude? Do I want this? You know what? I actually... Do you guys want to try the Even Hunter again? You guys want to try this again? I actually think it could be a thing. I think it might actually be sufficiently better. I think think this could be a thing. No one-drop hunter. Dude, I got shoot in face as my one-drop. So, are we running the Katharina Winter Wisp? We could have some recruit effects in there. Flanking strike. I don't think we run this. Do we run this? Maybe. Maybe. I don't actually know how aggressive the meta is. It might even be completely unnecessary. Wandering monster, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000 ants. I think this is kind of important to keep all our boys alive. Oh my gosh, I don't have the Rushosaur. Oh. Okay. Oops. Mana, even. We don't have the 3/4 that makes our things. Or 3/6 that gives our dudes rush. I don't want a Dire Frenzy. It seems probably good to have in there. We may want to run a Wild Pyromancer. We may want to run a Katharina Winter Wisp. Get some pricey beasts in there. Kind of liking going down this. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This guy's always top ranker. Kind of gives us some more targets. We'll definitely want to run the Katharina. The recruiter duders. Yeah, maybe this is not the most intelligent. No, I feel like I'm trying to do some different things here. Multi-shot might be an acceptable thing to do. I feel like we actually need to be faster, maybe. Yeah, I think this actually doesn't work. I think that, like, there's... Yeah, let me... You know, I actually think that the Spell Hunter is going to be acceptably fast. Alright. Spell Hunter. Alright, the reason I stopped is that I'm thinking, like, okay, if there's a Malagos Druid that's just going to try to blow us up as fast as possible, I gotta tilt this camera a little bit. Please, enjoy my coffee. Come on, dude. Ugh. Why is this camera so loosey-goosey with me? Stop it. Stop it, young man. Well, I gotta turn this. Ah! Ah! My camera, the back of it is becoming so weak. So weak. It's tilted way too far up. It's tilted too far up. No! See, I want to lift the back up. Oh my god, this is just... We're having a production disaster. So, the back of... So there's a little ball that is like the support for the camera. It's like... It's a loose ball. It's a loose ball, man. Let me tell you something. Okay, Spell Hunter. Do we want a Candle Shot? I actually don't like that card like frickin' at all, but we might want it. We might want it. I don't think there's a lot of X1 type things. Alright, we want this. We want this. Let's just look up Spell. We could also do a mostly Spell Hunter, but I think that the value of the... Quite a lot of animal bites. Unleash. Oh my gosh, it's so painful. Probably not, actually. Roque Delar, probably. Flanking strike, 1,000,000%. I think one of these at least is good. This... I don't know how important Unleash the Hounds is. This is important, certainly. Explosive Trap and Freezing Trap. Probably. I mean, a lot of things depend on how aggressive and floody decks are. Yeah, I guess there's a good amount of shamans. Shahamans. Deadly Shot is kind of unpredictable of a card, but I think it's good enough to run one of. God, I always want to run that. Oh! This might actually be correct to run a 2 of, given the pace of the current meta. I'm actually looking to kill a good percentage of the time, so... Do I want to run 2? Let's try... I mean, this seems like expensive and a little crazy, but... I can just hear my cat being pissed off. It's so cute. Do you think Kill Command is good enough to run? I kind of feel like maybe we don't in a lot of circumstances, but it feels awfully important to just have a to be able to burn sometimes. I'm actually gonna run in this direction. And then definitely the Eagle Horn Bows and definitely Rexar. I think is fine. What do I think about this? Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot right now. I think it's acceptable enough to play. Alright, let me flatten the leg. I got your leg. I like this view a little bit more. Riddler 151 says, "Ooh, finally gave that sweet, sweet sub." Oh, Tice was playing Mildred. Was he though? Was he though?
The hunt begin. Bring it on.
That's an important one to keep. This is not Grievous Bite's good. Done. Did you beat Dark Souls Remastered? I did. I did, man. Took us, let's see, we did 6. No, we did 8. And 16. We did.
Job's done.
No, we did. No. We did 8, and then we did 6 and 6 and 6. So 6 times 3 is 18 plus 8 is 26 plus 4. Yeah, it took us 30 hours to beat it. 30 hours of playing. Wrath-X, what is up? I think it's also acceptable to say, Grail says 30 hours and 155 deaths. That's 5 deaths an hour. An acceptable pace. So let us outvalue. Our curve might be a little high. I think there's also an argument to be made that you cut to my side. You run a lot of this low stuff as well. Maybe even getting rid of the Hunter's Mark. But then you put in some high-end scaries. Some of the cube-based things. Like, if you just drop in some 6-mana things, like Savannah Highmanes.
To my side.
I'm content with that. Redefine says, "I got to Legend for my first time 2 days ago, and the season ended the next day." You know, I know there's been a lot of complaints about the way the ladder system works, and like right now, I think the ladder system is irrelevant. I don't even pay attention to my rank because there's floors, which is nice because if you get to rank 5, you're like, "Hey, got to rank 5, woo, woohoo!" How the hell ever? You know what happens next?
I will be your doom.
Oh, come on. Oof. Ow, my bones. Yeah, but like, the floors were nice because you'd hit a level and be like, I did it, sense of achievement, I can mess around a little bit, cool. But like now, I mean, I'm just literally going to be at rank 5 forever. The grind from 5 to legend is uninteresting enough. It's just very, very grindy, and I like can't drop down. Like, I literally do not understand at all what the emotional gold ladder system is right now. It doesn't make any sense, dude. Oh. I'm a card sweater. No way. I'm so sick I must go to hospital. Oh, Ad Zerker. Fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad you keep asking. Thank you for the bits, and I'm sorry if you were feeling compelled to donate bits for me to pay attention, Ad Zerker. I just got distracted by the Schnorfstans. Yeah, the Schnorfstans. I will note that, regarding your earlier question, I think that I will wish to revisit shader programming at some point here. Because I just think shader programming is a beautiful, awesome, and interesting thing. Or you summon a card, draw bees? No. I just probably want the stats and the... Yeah, I'm just gonna get a sturdy dog. That's my sturdy dog. I think that my interest in shader programming initially came from the idea of, oh, cool, if I have like a really cool shader that can give a really nice aesthetic, it's a way to offload some of the demand of making art content to the engineering side. And given that I like can't do anything good at all in the slightest in terms of like art, I was like, oh, it was great. That's an explosive trap. I'm gonna raffle a mayor. Great. Yeah, so I mean, I'm sort of imagining like, oh, cool, you know, like, well, let's just pick a game at random here. Let's say I wanted to make something like Dark Souls, but I don't have any artists. What would I do? I might come up with a whole bunch of tight shaders, which would give me the opportunity to design some different areas in different ways. And I'm really interested in just learning about, how to translate visual concepts to code. That's my big interest. And so I would say I'm split evenly between, do I want to learn a tool like the shader graph that's built into Unity, or some sort of shader effects extension that uses some sort of visual paradigm to help you construct a shader. Or I'm also kind of equally interested in literally learning how to properly write code that causes certain effects. Alright. Yes. It's going to be a good turn next turn. So, you know, I would be hoping to take the fact that I have an education that involves a good amount of coding and a good amount of knowledge of code. I kind of want to just take that and learn how to apply it to something that's nice and pretty, because it's very satisfying to me to be like, ooh, let me tinker with this number. And I sort of dropped off on that because I started getting into AI and learning about machine learning with buddy Eric. And frankly, it's just more fun to learn something with someone than it is to just learn something solo by yourself. Okay, so we're going to go headlong into this, because I think he has no more other traps. There's your dirty turn by day 9. Adzerk says, what if I told you can take your strength in programming and apply it to create that visual? I would believe you. I just am not entirely sure what the next steps are, and if you have any sort of advice, feedback, thoughts, anything like that, that would be tight.
That belongs in a museum.
So there's probability that we can win the game here. Depends if this is like a Wandering Monster. Okay, so this could give me Wind Fury. Could give me Wind Fury. Five. Feck. Yeah, I guess I should have played that other guy first, but that's fine. Stealth Nana. Oh my god, I have Leog. I didn't even realize I had Leog. Zerg says, look into Houdini. Look into this program. It's extremely powerful due to the user being able to create what they want with code. Or if they're more on the artistic spectrum. That's a fucking nating. So what is this Houdini program? Is it a plugin for some other graphics program? Is it like something that allows me to export the code of a shader that I could then import into something like Unity? Unity is certainly where I'd be working with any such stuffs. So we'll kill him next turn. That'd be great, yeah.
I will hunt you down.
We might actually die. Give this minion a banana. Ship the nanners. Deal. Heal. Deal. Heal. Some software, yeah. Yeah, see, I kind of am considering just taking a course as well. Like an online course. Such a life-steely boy. I'm gonna be swinging in for 6 pickup sticks. Yeah. Taunt, poisonous, battle cry, adapt. Summon 1 million plants. Found lethal. Don't stop. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. I found lethal. I'm a botanist, and I have 1 million plants. Blue-footed Pig says Danny's played Detroit. I want to see how he leads that revolution. That game was so not on my radar. That is like the most not on my radar game, I think, ever. Like, I just didn't even... maybe that or Horizon Zero Dawn. Detroit Become Human? Like, what the hell was that game? It just came out of nowhere and was, like, exceptional. It's salty. Well, it looks like we get the turn 4 so many dogs. What turn is it? It's turn 4. How many dogs? So many dogs. 1 million dogs. I'm thinking we just drew the nuts. Shiny LP says, if you're looking for some basic courses, I'd recommend a place like Digital Tutors / Pluralsight for anything in the digital artistic realm. I do a lot of 3D for a living and learn loads. from here in the past few years. Yeah, can you give me a link? Is this like a YouTube channel? Are these pay-for courses? Would you recommend pay-for courses? I think, you know, part of me intuitively says, oh, I may as well do a pay-for course because, wow, you know, it could... The pay-for courses are going to be really better than the free courses, but, like, there's already so much good free shit. I just want something that's organized, clear, concise, and actually conveys the knowledge, because I think that there's this really shitty symptom that I feel like has kind of flooded a lot of the YouTube space, which is, hey, what would really be valuable for you is a 2-hour lecture to explain to you precisely the mathematics behind a particular visual in shader programming. But you know, instead of that, here's a 5-minute video that has 3 quick tips. I don't want this, you know? I don't want that. I want the actual knowledge. Hellfire. Well, I guess it's time to just shoot him in the face. Ralph Manroff took a break to play some Beat Saber. The game is so sick to own a VR system in any capacity. I don't. I get way too sick. It makes me feel... Ugh. I'm telling you, a spell hunter just deals the damage to the face. Here, Apex Player says, you just play around for fun, or are you actually making a game? The way I would describe it is, I know a sufficient amount about game development that no way I could maybe kill this man. He's gonna have a way to ping it. Bleh. I know a sufficient amount of stuff about game development that the way I would describe oh, Lemire. Actually, I should probably flanking strike this, right? I could crushing walls as well. I think flanking strike like this, thing like this, and then just going to the face seems best. But what we're talking about, yeah, I know sufficient enough about game development that here's how I would describe it. That I feel like there's 2 phases to any game.
They'll serve me now.
Ooh. Ooh. Do I just keep shooting him in the face? I think I might. Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Of course. I divide game development into 2 phases. One is what I'll call the design phase, which is what exactly is the vision for this game? And I describe it a little differently than a vertical slice. A vertical slice would be something like, hey, I want to get money to finish the development of my idea called Dark Souls. Here is a fully arted level. Oh yeah, there's Cube. I literally am blanking out on real basic shit. You know, like... I'm going to build just the Undead Berg in Dark Souls, just to kind of show you the art style, the gameplay, the core system's done, right? It's sort of like a few steps more. It's kind of half showcasing what the design of the game is, or I should say, it's half showcasing some of the design, half showcasing some of the production that would be in the game, so it sort of contextualizes the things. Nice. And so, when I say, like, the design phase, I mean, like, going really deep on just the design super hard, which would be something like, you know, we're going to make Dark Souls, let's prototype the combat, let's mock out some levels just in gray boxing. without any armor. Etc, 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 etc. We might run out of time in this game. Oh, I grievously bite to get through. I think I needed to pick the pace up a little bit. Deal 7. Meh. Or this would be like, maybe if I'm thinking about something like Super Meat Boy, it would be like getting the movement nailed. Or if I'm making something like Zelda, it's like, what are the principles that we think make a good dungeon? What do we estimate would be the design of the overworld? Those sorts of things. Portal. Let's just make sure that I can get the physics of the portal gun to work and maybe make some cool puzzles, right? It's like when I say the design phase, it's like you have some physical thing that makes you be like, oh yeah, this is really fun, this is good, this could get turned into a game. And I would describe, I don't even want to take this turn, man. I feel so dead. Take that, foul beast! And then I would say the second phase of making a game is like, okay, we know what we're making. Let's now make gigantic schedules and Gantt charts of dependencies of who's doing what and where and why. And I roughly divide these up into 2 different phases because it's honestly how a lot of studios make their games, right? They're just like, okay, we're going to spend 3 weeks just kind of planning, figuring everything out. Kind of, oh, we just finished God of War. Let's make another God of War. Okay, like... Okay, cool, let's plan that out. Okay, good. And now let's... By the way, we're dead unless we draw this other puppy. We are so dead unless we draw this puppy. Shit. Conceding. And it also is... Oh yeah, like, so, you finished God of War, let's make another God of War. Yeah, okay, so you spend like 3-4 weeks trying to figure the thing out, and then you just bang on God of War for the next 2 years. Making more levels, and there's obviously smaller decisions that need to get made still, like what exactly is the behavior of this enemy here? What exactly does this boss fight look like? And in the schedule, you just assign time. Oh yeah, it took us about 4 days to figure out how the boss should function. Finish arting it and animating it, and actually it sounds crazy fast. It took us 4 days to figure out the combat and the design of it, and then another 5 days to get the boss fight done. So about 2 weeks per boss, and we have a team dedicated to that. All right, cool. All right, so we're only going to permit ourselves 2 weeks per boss in the production schedule, right? It's a small problem that you haven't figured out, and of course you don't know exactly what the art's going to look like. There's going to be creativity there, but it's largely production. And a lot of game studios get into trouble when they are midway through production. And there's design things that have been left unanswered. I think very notably, like, I remember hearing that Overwatch just knew that they wanted to have a very vertical design with a lot of high mobility characters before they even designed them. So they just told the level designers, assume there's going to be a ton of verticality. Just make that implicit assumption. But you can imagine if they didn't do that, right? If they were like, okay, let's start making a good level for these 6 characters that we have. And then maybe characters 7 through 12 involve a lot of motion and mobility and cool stuff like that. But, uh-oh, we don't really have any design in for that. Crap.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
And so naturally you can imagine that just causing a slew of problemos. And so the sort of way that I just think about stuff is, yeah, I mean, I will just try to prototype little ideas, little fiddly things, or do something like with shader programming where it's more like skill building and interest type stuff. And perhaps one day, one of those, I'll start to go, ooh, this is actually quite fun. Let me start thinking like, hey, maybe what would maybe a game look like in this? Is that the misdirection that I put out? Bring it on. I suppose it's potentially possible that one of those could turn into something that I think is robust enough to develop a production plan around. But I stream like 30 hours a week and travel like once a month to do some other sort of hosting gigaroo, so I got plenty of work on my plate. We're gonna have to pick this pace up in this game, so. Scalabers says, game producer here. For a lot of the integration stuff, has to be highly iterative with a functional, bare-bones prototype just to get look and feel stuff done. If it doesn't work, throw it away and make something else really quickly. And you've only lost a few hours or days as opposed to weeks. That's why agile practices are so common in the industry these days.
Foul the lake and curse this land.
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting problem to try to ask, like, how do you develop a production structure for something that fundamentally has significant dramatic change? I mean, a lot of stuff with, like, movie and film production, there's some pretty clearly segmented chunks. Like, let's just write the script, work on the script, adjust the script, write the script, work on the script, do some pre-production, some planning, some pre-production. Uh-oh, there's an issue there. Okay, we can go back, we can do the script there. By no means have we... does it mean that there does not exist script changes once shooting begins, but, you know, there's some clear segmentation. A lot of stuff that just gets produced hand in hand. And the gameronies. Oh yeah, this guy. Maybe, whoa! Meow! Yeah! Oh, a freezing trap. Yeah, that sounds good. So, to come all the way back, am I working on a game? Not really. Working on ideas. So that way there's no pressure. Maybe I'll come up with something magical. Maybe I will.
Engaging TC-130 until dislocation.
I would be, I know a lot of people who are very liberal with when they say they're working on a game, and I am very illiberal in that regard. Only you can prevent... No, I'm gonna pick this guy. Oh my god, I'm a gigantic Corsa! Backer Quest. Tickletron says, is an app or Java game easiest to start game design in? I would recommend Unity, very much so. I'm sort of a firm believer that if you are by yourself and you want to learn to do game design, you must learn to code. I believe that you simply must learn to code, period. And I know of people who are sort of against that. You know, they're like, nah, I'm just gonna keep working on the ideas. And if you really do want to be focused heavily on the ideas, then do board games. Make board games, card games, physical games. The barrier to entry to create that sort of thing. Make a full and complete board game then. Buy prototyping kits, aka just a bunch of shit from Michaels. Beads, paper. Are we serious? Sheriff's in just abject agony right now. I'm worried about that poor little kitten. She is shrieking at the top of her lungs because of nothing. There's no reason she should be shrieking, but she's devastated right now. Proper devastated. I already have this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Some of the dolls. I'm gonna bite grievously. I'm gonna poke. Do the summons. I guess this. It's okay. This pony's a good pony, dude. Unity's great. Unity is the greatest. I love Unity. Unity is just fun on its own. And for any of you who are interested in actually developing in Unity, I'm going to give the same recommendation I gave to tons of people for the DK30 project that we did in the month of April and early May. Just follow a tutorial. Just follow like 20 tutorials. Bewitch OP, dude. Alright. Get that much trouble doing this Shroud. May as well pump him out. Oh, look away. Ah. Yes, and then a Shroud, dude. Ooh, yas. Dude, let me tell you, Flappy Bird is so. Air Daddy says, are we playing Spell Hunter because we think it's good or because it's fun at all? Dude, no one knows why we're playing Spell Hunter. Me. What is that cat meowing at, man? Time Rap says, LL Shroud. Yeah, yeah. I know my mechanics.
A path dimly lit.
Keeper Dust says, do you think they're a good resource for someone with no knowledge to learn how to code? Yes, dude. Just gotta learn how to code. Just go do it. Just do it.
My jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
That. C'est incroyablement. Alright, so we're gonna bop. It's close. But can we huff her for the win? Nah. Yeah, I mean, learning to code, here's the thing. If you're following a tutorial, it's not like you need to know anything to type the things in. You can just look at the tutorial and be like, oh, I mean, it'll tell you exactly what you're typing. And then you're just sort of observing and learning at the same time. Coding is actually kind of... It reminds me a lot of the experience of learning to play Dota, honestly. Where in Dota, there's kind of like 10 core concepts that you kind of all have to get. You have to learn like last hitting and laning and how ability growth works and about pushing lanes and farming and ganking and why the objectives are significant and etc, etc, etc. And once you kind of get those, which doesn't take that long, once you get those, you're like, oh, I see, you know, and then when someone's missing in lane, you go, well, this is a problem because I could get ganked. You start to play more cautiously. You understand what that cost-benefit trade-off is. And it's the same thing with coding, where there's variables for storing information. There are loops for iterating through, I should say, there's loops for doing a lot of repeated tasks again and again and again. Dude, I'm doing this guy. Oh my god, yes. Boom. Bam. Look at this. Woo! Hunter's Mork. There is the idea of different types of data structures. There's functions. There's classes. And not a lot makes sense. Like, why would I store variables in these different data types? What's the significance of these different data types? Why create a function when I could just write in line? Why would I need to break it out into a different thing? And then you start to, your brain just like peel open and stuff. And then once your brain is fully open, you'll waste all your time trying to figure out the correct name for every variable, knowing that full well that you will completely fail in all ways. He's all in, dude. He's all in right now. Forgot about Hagatha. That does suck. Let's keep going to my face. Let's keep going to the face. Damn. Well, that does suck a bit. Do need some health. Do need some health. Alright, we're gonna gain a bunch of health and have a huge zombie beast, yeah? Well, we didn't die immediately, which is good. We didn't die immediately. But I kind of have a sensation... that what's going to happen now is he's going to just have a lightning bolt and he's going to shoot him. Yeah, same thing. I think it's kind of remarkable about a lot of computer science-y type things is that I feel like if you have a good grasp on the basics, coding in many ways feels like slightly more complicated than, but in many ways similar to just laying bricks. It's like just work. You just have to do the stuff. Occasionally you hit some really interesting problems, but a lot of times it's just, you're just making the stuff do the thing that you want it to do. Dude, Sheriff is like losing her goddamn mind. That's fine, we don't curse here. We curse less than ever. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 feels right for the Eelhorn bow. So much of like what, well, this is my opinion, but I feel I stand firm in my conviction of this. I think a lot of the issues with coding is not that each individual piece is complex. Rather, it's that you're trying to figure out how to layer them and have them plug into each other in a way that makes sense. And I'll talk about that in a moment, but oh my god, Dane Hearth is now hosting you for 1,182 viewers. Dude, guys, if you've never seen Dane play the Hearthstone, oh my god. Dane has the finest, the most exquisite of wild plays. Dane is so chill, so pleasant, and rocks out that red hair like none other. Holy shit, you know you watched my stuff, Dane. Oh my goodness, I'm blushing. Is this your other minions have rush? Oh, feck. I guess I'm just gonna be all sad and do it like this, yeah. Thanks, Dane. You're the main Dane. Yeah, Dane plays a lot of wild. And just, like, if you thought some of my deck experimentation was goofy, man, Dane's stuff is... it's... yes! Mistakes were made. I'm very angry about my dog. Do I even need to run this down? You bet your butts I do, man. Let me take a step back. Like, so much of programming is, it's like laying bricks, but you can mislay bricks, you know what I mean? You can have a kind of problematic foundation and feel like, I really kind of wish we'd maybe built a little bit of a wider base so we could put some more stable stuff on top. Surprise, motherfucker. See what he do. What do we do?
There once was a man from
Da-na-na. You gonna hit my 3/3, set yourself to precisely 2. Yes! So the example that I love to give is one of Mario. Imagine you're making 2D Mario. I mean 2D Mario. And you want, when Mario walks on a piece of ground, for it to play the noise associated with that ground tile. Like if I'm walking on wood, I'm gonna have a little dunk, dunk, dunk. If I'm walking on snow, you want that. We're gonna want different noises based upon the different situations. So how do we make this happen? One way that, again, just if I'm thinking straightforwardly, I'd be like, okay, Mario, anytime you take a step, check what the ground is. And if it's wood, play the wood noise. If it's snow, play the snow noise. If it's glass, play the glass noise, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And now if you do it this way, you'll wind up with the following problem. You'll wind up with the following problem. Do I want to do this now? I think I do. Seems like a good a time as any. Yeah, why not? Well, with the following problem. What if you have 40 different types of ground tile? All of a sudden, when Mario steps, there's that code base that has 40 if this, do that, if this, do that, if this, do that. And that's kind of hard to read. And what if you start... It says, if it's snow, then do this. It's checking something. That's essentially never going to happen. I'm gonna put the misdirection anyways. So a much cleaner way to architect that is you would say, oh, let's not store the data for the sound on Mario. Let's store the data for the sound on the ground tile. Every ground tile has its own audio of, this is what I sound like when I'm stepped on. And so you now have the much easier, more manageable task of saying, okay, Mario, whenever you step on the ground, go look at whatever the sound file is there and play it. So now you never have to touch the Mario code again. You never, ever do. Just because you have intelligently architected it. Oh my god, Brian Kibler with the auto host for 1,240 viewers. This is tragic, man, because I'm about to go offline. I gotta cook dinner. Well, let us win valiantly with Spell Hunter. Destroy a pirate? Is there any pirates in this deck? Choose it for the stats. Statos. You get a 3/4. That's kind of like removal, yeah. I'm gonna pop like this, and then like this, and like this. This and like this and like this. I don't really care if our good dude is drawn deep in his deck and all that sort of stuff. I think I'm gonna have enough juice to kind of win through. Simple Justice, you have to stay an extra 1 second per viewer when you get hosted. That's the rule. Is that the rule? I didn't realize that was the rule. My god, I can't go against rules. Huh. Let's see. Well, how long is 1,200 seconds? It's 20 minutes? Sounds like 20 minutes. I didn't realize. Yeah, I guess we'll have to go for like 20 minutes. Wow. Wow. Alright, let's keep summoning the... Oh. Yeah, let's do this. So close to being able to do this. I'd like to charge just a smidge better. Nuts. May as well play the wolf. These kind of all work nicely together, I think.
the best deals anywhere.
Oh, do you now? He's actually gonna kind of have a lot of spiders in Okay. Okay, well this is it. This is the last moment here. We're kind of gonna have a lot of spiders here. Oh, are we? Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright. So if we play this, we can probably clear one dude, but I think we want to get the rock out for certain. So we're going to unleash the hounds. Which one do we want to lower? Certainly I think this one. I just don't want to really deal with that many more large dudes. And I think this is okay. This kind of stinks. I think he has another... Not entirely sure the best decision with these dudes, but I think I'll run in there. We're very close to being able to kill him anyways, but couldn't do it! He could not do it. That's in a way good, unless he has lethal this turn. This is really bad news. We're dead. We're certainly dead. You know what? We died. We died in my own lap this morning. He has more than 16 damage. We'll accept it in the face. And... oh my god, we're going to 7 from heaven. You know what? This is nice, man. I'm not at rank 5. I'm not. We actually have some climbing to do. Well. Let's take a look at our Spell Hunter and see what changes may well be. Crushing Walls I both liked and not. I actually wonder if just some cheaper removal is actually better. Honey Mastiff, you're cool, but you are a creature, and we stay dedicated to the cause. Weirdly, I think Crushing Walls is actually nice. I think I just need to be a little bit more cognizant of getting in early face damage. Or is another way of me going, I don't think I have enough data. Play Mana says, you're going to be playing any MTG Arena in the future? Yeah, I actually think on, like, Tuesday. Woosday. On Taboobs Day.
Rexa versus Jade.
You asked for it.
Candle Shot would be nice. Maybe. I can't even tell about what the strong weak points are. Quite yet. Ykrad says, hey, just got here. What are we playing? Dude, we're doing a Spell Hunter. This is the first day that I've actually had the opportunity to play with the new chords. With the new nerfed chords. No, that's not true. I did play on day of the nerf, but I have not played a lot because I got sucked up into Dark Souls! And now I'm actually not entirely positive what...
I hope you like my invention.
is good. So, for instance, I don't know if there's going to be some more beefy, thick, swollen mid-range or control-y decks where Crushing Walls would be good. It kind of feels like that. I don't know if it's... I don't think it's going to be as swarmy. There's not a lot of paladins. It feels kind of like a spiky tempo meta. Because you have the Malagos Druid that's like delay, blow up everything! You know, and then you got your other Druid taunt deck. I think maybe it's just that Druids are super strong. There's also Token Druid. I'm gonna shoot Jake Pajamas in his face to death.
Let the
the pain speak to me.
Alright, what's happening right here, huh? Wandering monster and explosive trap. Is this too cheeky to do? I'm doing this, man. I bet you he's a big mage. I bet you he's a big mage. What aggro tempo mage runs an Acolyte of Pain? Are we kidding me, man? Jake Pajamas, it is a good day to die. Sandwich and Fries says, as someone who doesn't know anything about coding, I can't get my head around it. Is it basically a series of if this happens, then this happens? The most elegant and simple way that I would describe coding is that it is ways of storing data and instructions for how to manipulate that data. So let's just do first-person shooter. What's the data? The data is where to draw various lines on the screen to represent an environment. And we will have an instruction that is, when you move your mouse this way, here is the instructions for manipulating those on-screen pixels. Also go to the face. And so within that sort of umbrella, there's questions like, what are different ways of storing data? What are useful ways of storing data? You know, for instance, there is a way of storing data that's like a stack, right? You put a thing on the bottom of the stack, and then something on top, and something on top, and something on top, and you can only access the top of the stack. So you remove this, remove this, remove this. Think of it kind of like a pile of books. Why might a stack be nice? This is a great way to have camera zoom-ins and zoom-out. Zoom up to the level, zoom through the center, zoom to the exit. Zoom from the exit, back through the level, back to the overview, and then finally return back to the player. Can we get a mill? There's all sorts of ways to store data in simple ways as numbers or letters. There's more complex ways to store data, like stacks or queues. So then you have questions like, what are different ways to provide instructions? Coding, you can kind of think of as the shittiest genie.
Mind if I roll need?
This man wants to draw cards. I can't understand what's happening. There's all sorts of techniques. Like you can think of coding as like the shittiest genie, right? You have to tell it exactly what to do at exactly every step, right? Like the instructions. You know, I use the first-person shooter example of the pixels on the screen because you need to tell it exactly how every single damn pixel is gonna get represented on that damn screen. Who is Jake Pajamas? Does he wish to be milled? You gotta tell every single pixel exactly what it's doing. So really, you're just learning techniques for manipulating the data and different ways of storing the data. So anything you could possibly imagine representing in some way. Those are sort of the core questions that are living at the heart of that.
You like my invention?
I don't know what is going on, but I feel like I'm going to get OTK'd. This is just, we're just going to get blown up. We're going to get blown up and blasted, and it's going to be painful and disastrous and hard and harsh and not good and bad. It's going to stink and suck, and I'm going to be regretful. But I think the way that we're going to win, though, that I can see is that this man has 10 cards in his hand. I believe that if we can draw one way to deal damage, we can go draw, draw, draw. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I know.
Come to load.
My hand is too full.
That's there. Excellent.
My hand is too full.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, Jake Pajamas, welcome to hell.
Well played.
Yeah, that's GG.
You win.
Yep. We are a powerful wizard. Good game. Wow, Spell Hunter is really good. Wow. Wow. Oh my god, Spell Hunter. Wow. You know, I'm changing this thing. We're not doing Spell Hunter anymore, man, I gotta say. It's gone. I'm getting rid of Crushing Walls. I'm getting rid of Roque Delar. I'm getting rid of To My Side. I'm replacing it with the Savannah Highmane. We're replacing it with the Lich King. We're replacing it with something thick and juicy and meaty and sweety. Misdirection's gotta go. We'll replace it with a Snip. And this is going to become a little bit more faithful. A little bit more forcefully faithful. Old Faithful. What hurts? What's a good way to hurt a person in this game? Oh, yep. Swamp King Dread. Welcome. You know, King Crush is always good. Let's do that. I think this is actually going to be much more effective. Because first what we do is we slow him down while shooting him. Oh, Hunter's Mark can also probably go. Hunter's Mark can probably go... Hunter's Mark's a little combo.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Yeah, Hunter's Mark's gotta go. Hunter's Mark's gotta go. Peace out, Italian Reptar. Thanks for hanging out with us today, man. Should have been drinking water. Thanks, Stay Hydrated Bot. Thanks for the subscription. Delicious.
Greetings, fellow seeker.
Sandwich and fries says, appreciate the awesome analogy, guys. Time to study. Let me just note, I want to stress something to you. It's going to be a little weird when you try to first sit down, because nothing's going to make any sense. Nothing at all. It's kind of like learning a new set of ingredients, and you've never tasted any of them. So the idea of, like, what do you mean, you know, put cinnamon and sugar together? I don't even know why would you ever do that, you know? You have to get a sense of sugar on its own, a sense of cinnamon on its own. You'd be like, cinnamon's all bitter and gross, whatever, put it with sugar, and then you start, oh my god, it's actually the perfect combination of ingredients. Oh. You know what? I want you to have your good old access to another wholesome hearty taunt. I gotta work out tomorrow morning too. I'm curious what my workout's gonna be. I'm a stubborn gastropod. Blurble, blurble, blurble. I am 1 million dogs. This Brady Boy says, watching X-Files with metal lights on. The truth isn't out there. The truth is literally right here. The truth is right here. Well, shit. He got us. Did it. We're gonna go ahead and go for Hufferface. Without any early minions, why is Katharina not in this deck? I think it could be good. Could work. We have a handful of beasts.
Out of my jungle.
I can see it. I can see the appeal of it. I can wrap my head around it. Right now, we're simply...
You shall not pass.
Who does this dude think he is? This action. I mean, he's gonna Blizzard. Blizzard! Do I still drink beer? So I need a good beer you think I need to try. Well, I don't really drink as much beer lately. I'm trying to... never kill that's going to deal so much damage to him. I'm always thinking. Should have played that, actually. But yeah, dude, let me tell you. Leffe Blonde is what I always recommend. Why not play the 8-man recruit lady? Would y'all back off with your why not questions? Let me play one game with this hunter. Stop trying to find excuses to jam a Katharina in there every single time. There's no humility. What, you gonna let the Baron just cook all your own? This is awesome. Look at this. This is c'est fantastique. C'est fantastique. I tell you, we're gonna surprise him. Not this turn, but next turn.
Do not fear.
We fucking lost. Oh my god, why? Oh my god, this is anti-good. This is quite bad. Oh my gourd. Oh my gourd lord. Oh god. You know what? Man, whatever. I'm just gonna pass the turn. Doesn't feel very good. That is so sad. God.
Winter is here, and it's cold.
And it's cold! Wow! I am 1 million ants. I think Spell Hunter is not. I think he needs to be a Witchwood hunter. Oh my god, he has 2 Barons. Don't. Oh my god, I'm taking so much damage. It's so horrible. Alright, well. This is the play. I'm starting to think the Recruit Hunter might be... starting to think. I'm certain we're like 1000% dead. At least Will.
I'm fast and furious.
At least we'll get him.
Need a key?
You know what? I'm gonna get out of this game.
Well fought. I concede.
I have abject fear that I'll be stuck in this game for the rest of my life, and that's a little too much for me to handle. Maybe we can actually turn this into a legitimately dope recruit spell deck. I think this could actually work, so let me get you the hell out of there. Let me get this dude the hell out of there. Do I even want the Savannah High Mains? What are good swollen beasts? Well, I mean, I know we're going to put this one in there, but I think that if we cut that and only run the huge dudes, like definitely these dudes, absolutely. I think we can cut the Savannah Thick Men. Get these out of there. Might be able to cut the kill command, but that seems like a valuable thing. I feel like there was... Yeah, these are good dudes to recruit and hire. And there's this dude. There's the cube. Seeping Oozling. Gain the death rattle of a random minion in your deck. How does this work? We, like, put in these dudes to get Katharina Idge out, and then we can get out our huge dudes. How do we cut the low end? Maybe probably get rid of the deadly shot. We need to remove some dudes down here. Yeah, maybe we don't even need that. Kill command seems nice and flexible. I actually feel pretty good about the low end in this. We just need to have a lot of ways to get these out. I genuinely do think that play deads are very nice for as a tempo. It only needs to be quite as tempestuous. But we don't need a ton of these dudes. So there's this weird thing where gain the death rattle, recruit an 8 cost. These are the 8 costers. I think that we can actually get away with this if we could arguably just get rid of that thing. Seems probably like the most random card here. Kill command could also be argued that is not as important. Here's what I'm thinking. Charger Dodgers are good. I'm going to put in one thick dude. Alright. Lich King. Alright, Lich King, good. Alright. He's obnoxious. He's a pain in the ass. And we're going to put in the shuffle more nerds into your deck thing. Dire Frenzy. Spell Crude Hunter. Do we need Deathstalker Rexar? Maybe not. Seems really ridiculously good, though. An alternative is we completely cut all secret-related things, but it's a pretty good shell. Keyboard does this. How much time do you spend reading every week? Lately, quite a bit more. Lately,
versus Lunara.
Maybe.
Fight back.
Geez, now that I'm trying to quantify it, it's not. It ain't that much. I'm gonna stick with the bold keep. Maybe 5 hours. Maybe. Maybe 5 hours. That's what I'll say. I think the some of these secrets are great, but they don't need to be that. I think it's more likely I can get the bow out. Maybe 5 hours. I've been reading a lot of comics. I've been reading the Letter 44, which is it's actually a great premise. Man. Gets elected to the presidency. He's all excited about his economic policies and how he's going to stop the war and revitalize the healthcare system. And on like the day of his inauguration, he receives this letter from the former president informing him that
Wild.
that's enough of that nonsense. Informing him that 7 years ago, some aliens began building some unknown structure between Mars and Jupiter in the asteroid belt. And the previous president, all that previous president did was try to figure out how to manage that weird, crazy crisis. And it was what completely consumed the previous president, and they still don't know what it is. But 3 years ago, they sent a manned mission there, and it's going to be arriving there in a few days. So that's how it starts. So it's this really interesting examination of how, the presidency has to adapt, change, cope with the fact that this is happening. I think we're dead. I think we're just gonna start being as the flood of taunts. What's the book? It's a comic series called Letter 44. Letter Fuerte. I've been reading Lock and Key. I can't find my copy of Sailor Twain, so I checked that out from the library. Youch! Oh,
No walls can hold me.
I don't have that many 8-cost dudes out, but may as well summon every single one of them. Unless he has silence, is going to be very difficult for him to deal with. Letter 44. Doesn't that sound cool? President comes in, has his plan, and I mean, like, the public doesn't know what to announce or what not to announce. I'm going to say a charged Devil Sword is good to bring out.
No walls can hold me.
Suck on that, Taunt Druid! Taunt Druid! So what I'm going to be doing then is I'm going to, whatever he plays, I'm going to be running the Silver Vanguards into to summon out the Devil Sword, and I'm going to Katharina to summon out the Lich King, and we'll be good. So it's just a beast, right? Or I guess I'll just
My
summon
hand overflows.
all minions. I think we actually have a legit old deck. A legit old deckaroni in the pepperoni. 3, 6, 9, and 9 and 8 with a lock. So I think he did.
Punch first.
Yeah, I don't need some baby cards like Savannah Hymanes. What are you kidding me? So I says, I know you usually don't host people, but is there any way I can talk to you about hosting someone when you're done? You'll likely know of him. I don't know where else to ask you. Yeah, T-Sola, yeah. Now that you mention it, I gotta be honest with you. If Wavy's streaming, I gotta host Wavy. The winner of Stream On, man. I'm like so happy. Oh my god, he is. He's live right now. The winner of Stream On is live. Oh shit, I'm hosting Wavy, man. Happy weekend to Wavy. Wavy's amazing. Wavy's amazing. You guys know who Wavy is? Oh my god. I don't really know what to keep or not to keep. I think I just don't keep the expensive things. T-Sully, I say, I think I gotta host Wavy. Why not tell us who Wavy is? Look at you with your why not question. Hobbs was right. I'm ready to fight you. I'm ready to go knuckles to your nose, man. Boof. Wavy is the winner. I tease. Wavy is the winner of Stream On. Stream On's a show/competition that Twitch puts on. It was on every Thursday for the past 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 14 weeks, 16 weeks. I have no semblance of time. And it was a bunch of smaller to mid-level Twitch streamers who were looking to go full-time. And the prize of Stream On is that you get $5,000 a month for a year to allow you to be a full-time streamer. Oh my god, bam! Or is that the way he is playing with Fortnite with Grand Pooh Bear and Feeny right now? Could be, could be. I just know he's live. There was an internet TV show called Pure Pwners that was a Canadian TV show, and it was a feature film. The main writer after that show streamed out. Wait, what? Oh my god. No way. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Wait, like, are you talking about Jarrett Kale? Is the one streaming? Dude, I got the chance to work with Jarrett at ESL. He's a lovely dude. Oh my god, let's... Rotten to my core. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna play the oozing bloozling. Oh my gosh, you're streaming right now.
Tortola, preserve us.
Tortola, preserve us, baby now. Tortola, preserve us, baby now. Recruit an ace cost. Oh god. I should not play dead on that, man. In a way, this actually kind of sucks. No food. Add a coin to your hat. Oh my god, crap! Oh, that just stinks in all kinds of ways. Oh my gosh. What? Oh. Ooh, this is a great question from Doombox. Says, if you had to sleep with / marry / kill with the 3 StarCraft races, which would you choose for which? Oh, that's quite an input. Wow. Okay, wow. Okay.
Where's my...
Oh my god, these 2 charged Devil Swords in my hand. Ugh. This is like so rare to draw all of them. Let me see. I think I'd absolutely kill the Terran. There's like nothing but infighting in there constantly, always, all day. So sad, so bad. Why? Why? Not interested in it. Don't care. Kill the Terran. I would probably marry the Protoss. They're very dedicated, they're very loyal, you know, it's really nice. And that leaves... I'm nailing some Zerg, man. Zerg after Zerg. And the thing that's really hot about that is that there's like billions of them, and they all share one mind. Ah, it's a total throwback to Unity.
Raptor strike.
How sick would that be, man? Yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd kill a Terran, I'd marry the Protoss, and I would sleep with the Zerg. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go to 40. Make the pain stop.
You are safe now.
Well, I have bad news for myself. Until I draw Dire Frenzy, I'm roasted toasted. In very bad, sad, bad shape. Let's do this. Let's crack this into this. This into this. 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 Let's do that. And then let's, I don't know. Let's just get some damage out, huh? Should give your wife to ire? Haha, yeah. My wife for ire.
I bring life.
Am I about to dumbly die? Is that my life?
Punch first.
Are we up against someone who's about to just blew us up? This is anti-good. I literally am just gonna like remove my whole deck before losing the game. Back to the hand! Back to the hand! Costs 11 now. Oh, thank God, we have some cards to summon now. Phew-wee! How lucky is Day 9? That's a great question. Pretty lucky, dude.
No walls can hold me.
Ooh, knew this would work out at some point. Yeah, there it is. Alright. Pretty lucky. Chameleos. What? You what? This is ridiculous. Where are all these cards, huh?
Punch first.
I don't think he actually has. I don't think he has a solution to me. I think we're just going to be a lifelong problem for him. Maybe I need 2 Dire Frenzies in this puppy. I have a real long way to go before I actually understand the pace of the meta.
Mind if I roll need?
6, 13, 14, 15... Oh my god, yeah. Oh, that's destroy all minions? Oh, all minions. Leon? Feck. Army of the Dead, I guess.
Wow.
This is my last game. This is our last game today. We're gonna call it quits after this, this game here.
Raptors. Punch first.
Go into the face here. We had 1 minion in the deck. That's fine. We're getting closer to Death Star. Death Stalker Rexstar. Death Star Rexar. Rare instances of bad luck. Rare instance. This is our last game. This is the last day. We're done. We are done.
Wow.
Wow. Eagle Horn Bonage. Oh no, come on, I can't. No, don't. No, it can't be. He's gonna heal and then he's gonna shoot one more time with a Mind Blast. He's gonna do it to us. He's gonna hurt us. He has to say hello first. I mean, we already knew. We already knew. This is the tragedy. This is the tragedy of all of the 8s, the great 8s in the hand. You know, we gotta add Gruul there so that way you can keep getting all huge. Well, we didn't do much in Hearthstone today, but by God, we beat Dark Souls. It was a good day. I'm gonna go cook some dinner, man. I'm gonna go cook some dinner. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sort, put away, and clean some laundry. Because who's an adult? Day9's an adult. And he always adults as well as he can, man. That's right.